Yeah. Wake Forest, UNC. Can you feel the heat?
Basketball and a great early season matchup. Number 4 Wake Forest against number 14 North Carolina. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Patrick along with Dick Vitale. It's great to have you with us. Wake Forest comes into this ball game undefeated at 12-0, and they are for real. If you have doubts, ask Kansas. They killed them. If you have doubts, ask Virginia. They killed them too.
You're right, Mike. By a margin of 54 points. Wow. And why are they so good? Very simple. A basic formula for success. Depth, balance, experience, plus toughness equals W. And when you look at this team, Mike, you think about this factor. Coming off the bench, their leading shot blocker. Coming off the bench, their leading scorer. Coming off the bench, their leading rebounder from last year. Enough said. Wake Forest is for real.
North Carolina is 10-2. They're ranked 14th this week. But if they're going to join the truly elite teams in this country and in this conference, they have to solve the point guard problem.
And they really believe they have. They think that Ronald Curry, the former high school All-American, both in football and basketball, has been the stabilizer. Since he's been inserted in the starting lineup, they have not lost. He gives them great defense, he handles the ball effectively, and his teammates are starting to believe in him. But Brendan Haywood must score. He averaged 2 points a game in his last 2 games in 21 minutes of action. We know he's too talented. They must get him involved if they're to beat Wake Forest tonight.
They want a little more noise, a little more spirit in the Smith Center this year. 400 students will stand courtside.
It's here.
In Chapel Hill, we are standing by for Wake Forest and North Carolina, the first truly big game of the year in the ACC. Dave Odom, 3-time Conference Coach of the Year. This is certainly his best ball club since the Tim Duncan era. And here's the team he'll send out on the floor to start with. Murray and O'Kelly in the backcourt, Howard and Songaila up front, Shoemaker the center, Dick.
Well, you talk about Songaila. He's been absolutely sensational against Virginia. He was 11 for 12, and he was absolutely brilliant on the interior. Also a great free throw shooter, and he's very physical on the inside.
Here are the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Curry and Forte, the guards. Cable and Lang and Brendan Haywood, the 7-footer.
Mike, you talk about Forte. We talk about a guy that's so prolific as a scorer. They were struggling big time against Georgia Tech. He came out at halftime and scored 8 points in 38 seconds, and he brought a smile to his coach's face.
Matt Doherty in his first season at his alma mater. 1-year experience as a head coach. That was last year at Notre Dame.
I'll tell you the difference in coaching styles. Bill Guthridge and Mr. Doherty, it's like the difference in music. Sinatra versus Springsteen, and I'll let you figure out who is Springsteen.
Wake Forest has won 17 straight, second only to Michigan State. Keep in mind, that stems from the fact they won the NIT at the end of last year. And certainly Dave Odom knows how important the NIT was for them.
Oh, yeah, he really said that gave them the momentum for the season.
Carolina controls the opening tip. Quickly to Forte, back out to Ron Curry. Lang got away inside, and he scores and draws a foul.
He has really been a factor on the interior in their first.
No basket. Darius Songaila will pick up the foul. His first, it took only 8 seconds.
Yeah, he's had a history of foul trouble, fouled out only twice this year. But over the past, he has been a guy that's been on its sideline a great deal.
Haywood, they have the 7-footer at the free throw line. This is Cable.
Good, tough man-to-man defense by Wake Forest.
They played great defense against Virginia. 3-point shot is a brick by Forte. O'Kelly. Nice pass, and that will be a quick foul from the opposite end of the court as Capel picks up his first. They tried the lob. and he shut it down.
Like you mentioned, great defense. In their last 19 games, 18 teams have shot 40% or less. The only one to go 40 was Virginia in the blowout, 40.7.
That's remarkable.
That's unbelievable. Always got a chance to win when you play that kind of defense.
Songaila wheels into the lane. A lot of contact, puts it up and scores. Songaila averaging 14-3 a game. Lang working hard to get the ball inside. Curry, who had all sorts of shooting problems as a freshman and then missed last year. This one's off of Lang, out of bounds.
Songaila from out of Lithuania, played on a Lithuanian all-star team in the Olympics. There he is across the lane with the running little one-hander, and it goes down. He had 28 points in 2 games against the Dream Team.
It was the thrill of a lifetime for him, and he was really disappointed in the action of the Americans, and that's a goaltend. It might have gone in for Josh Howard anyway. He gets his first bucket. And so was I disappointed in the conduct of the Americans.
There's a little isolation, and there's a score inside. Interference up on a goal.
Haywood, shut out in his last game, steps in against Shoemaker and scores.
Now, how could he be shut out?
I don't know.
You tell me with those kind of moves on the inside and his agility, it's hard to believe that he can go 2 games and average 2 points a game and 21 minutes of action.
He was 0 for 6 against Georgia Tech. O'Kelly for 3. Howard kept it alive, and Howard pushed out of bounds. Who touched it last? It was Capel.
I really like Josh Howard. He's one of those underrated players. He's long and lean. He can defend. Look at that great move on the inside. Great footwork by Haywood on the interior.
They didn't take the baseline away, and he took advantage of that. Irvin Murray has done a tremendous job as the point guard. He's coming back from mononucleosis. 40 assists, only 9 turnovers. And Songaila showing you he has developed the range even more.
He's got good touch. Led the ACC in free throw shooting last year, Songaila.
Haywood low against Shoemaker. I think Shoemaker will pick up a foul.
I think it's very obvious, Mike. They decided they're going inside a little to Mr. Haywood. They're going to get him involved offensively. Matt Doherty was praising his unselfishness in the last game. Said, heck, he said they're double and triple teaming him, but he's kicking the ball out. But he's got to get involved and score.
They called it close to start with, and that would favor North Carolina. Lang, he's double teamed. That's Capel. Forte, he likes that shot from the top of the circle. Songaila, who is a monster inside, rips it down.
I'll tell you, Wake Forest does a great job closing out defensively, giving a lot of help to one another.
Crowd wanted a walk, they didn't get it.
Balance. This team used to be one-dimensional. Robert O'Kelly, but now it's got great balance.
When they made the change and put O'Kelly, and there's a travel. When they put O'Kelly at the shooting guard from the point, and it was a very touchy subject for this ball club, Dave Odom handled it, I thought, really well to try to soothe over some hurt feelings. It may have hurt O'Kelly for a while, but it helped the team so much.
How much did it help them? 21-3 since they made that move. And the only 3 losses, 2 to Duke and 1 to Maryland.
And it takes a lot of guts for a coach to make a change in the middle of the season. There's not enough time to work on changes.
Yeah, he did that in February. And I got that little tidbit. It's not mine. It belongs to Dan Collins of the Winston-Salem Journal.
Lang likes the little baby hook, can't get it. Carolina will control.
Capel's a guy that Dave Odom was singing his praises. Said very underrated player.
Shot clock. Reset after the last piece. Down to 21 years to Lang. Against Songaila. And this is another jump up. Got it back. Put it in and a foul.
I'll tell you, he's become an absolute monster inside, Mike. He had a double-double against Georgia Tech. 18 points, 12 rebounds. You can see his quickness inside. He's a healthy player. As all the Carolina faithful going bananas. There he is working on the inside with the left hand. And there's the good second effort now to the right hand.
And, Dick, that's the key because he has been hurt most of his career, had some other health issues. They have been waiting for 3 years for this guy to fulfill what they thought was his potential. He is finally starting to do it. Lang averaging almost 15 points a game and better than 6 rebounds.
Well, you know, when you play North Carolina and you look at the Twin Towers inside with Haywood and Lang, you can't be concerned with just one. You got to be dealing with both guys, and they both present major problems. If you can help the one, the other one's going to hurt you.
Now, Sangaila has to sit down with his second personal foul, and Antoine Scott, number 34, a big rangy wing player, checks in.
He's their leading shot blocker, very active player, a lot of experience.
Howard, triple team, puts it up anyway. And here come the heels. Curry likes to run. The football quarterback.
They want him just to distribute the basketball and play good defense.
Lang touched it, knocked it out of bounds. Lang being very aggressive, working for position inside.
You talk about Wake Forest, you talk about that momentum from the NIT. They beat Notre Dame, in fact, beat Matt Doherty.
That's right.
Was coaching on that sideline. Odom and Doherty are familiar with each other. Good man-to-man defense by North Carolina.
Curry on Irvin Murray. Wake is a very mature team. It's like they all grew up together, and Murray goes baseline and hits the jumper.
And he has not scored. He's been basically, as you said earlier, with the 40 assists, only 9 turnovers. That's better than 4-to-1 ratio.
And I don't remember ever seeing 4.4-to-1. Capel. Haywood. Offensive foul. Pushed off and then says something.
You better be careful not to say something to Mr. Range. He ejected Lauren Woods last week.
And for good reason.
ESPN players that our team needed.
And Hicks is in there right now. He's number 3, along with our leading scorer, number 42, Craig Dawson, who averages 15.3 off the bench.
And I don't think he missed a shot at practice today, Mike. He's on fire at practice.
He's instant offense. That's Antoine Scott, and he travels. Here's what the point guards have done between Hicks and Murray. 75 assists, only 19 turnovers between 2 guys. That's remarkable.
I think what's even more remarkable, they didn't have a turnover against the tenacious pressure of Virginia. And we know how good Virginia was really going at that time after watching them blow out Tennessee.
Lang has missed 3 of those jump hooks, his favorite shot. Hicks to Shoemaker, and Shoemaker, Dave Odom has called him the glue. That young man leads the ACC in rebounds with Vittoretta recovering from knee surgery. He has been tremendous for them. Antoine Scott.
Okay, that's nice when you can go to your bench and bring off the bench guys like Scott and Dawson and Hicks. And they've all been able to psychologically handle the fact that they're not going to play 30 minutes a night.
10-5, Wake Forest. Hicks on Curry. Forte picked up by O'Kelly. That's a tough size matchup for O'Kelly.
Wake Forest gives a lot of help to one another defensively. They really take great pride in
Bad pass by Curry. Fight for the ball, and that's going to be a foul on O'Kelly, and he may be hurt as well. Caught an elbow in the collision. Boy, a really sloppy pass by Curry. He got backed up all the way to the center circle.
Yeah, very lackadaisical. He has a tendency to pick up his dribble as well. I was talking to Matt Doherty about that. There's the collision. There's the contact. Curry used to that contact, playing football, roll-out quarterback, very active, very athletic.
Used to being hit by bigger guys.
I think a key player in this game tonight is sitting on the bench. Julius Peppers. Remember the name when he comes in.
Speaking of football players.
This is the kind of game I think that he could really help them. Very physical.
Cable nearly lost that. Haywood back in. Skip pass to Curry. Back in. Lang. And Lang's fouled by Scott.
See, there was a double team on Haywood, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do in a double team. Bring the ball, reverse it to the weak side. He brought it to the weak side, but they don't have a shooter on that weak side. Now watch this. That goes back inside the Lang.
That is the 5th team foul on Wake Forest. Here's a stunning statistic for you. North Carolina shooting 65.1% from the free throw line. Lang, he's sure to make this one because we'll bring up the statistic, shooting only 48.4%.
And that is a problem because of the fact he's going to go to the line a great deal with his ability inside and his post moves down to the low blocks. Here comes Vittoretta on the floor.
Max Owens is in for North Carolina. There's Rafael Vittoretta. Talk about a beast inside at 6'9", 268 from Zaragoza, Spain, and he is recovering from September knee surgery, getting more minutes as the season works along, and he is a tremendous rebounder and defensive player.
A little out of control right there offensively by Hicks.
He's a mature kid, too. He'll be 24 years old, Will Vittoretta. baseline jumper by Capel.
That was Owens, Mike.
Max Owens.
Max Owens, and that's what they want out of him off the bench. Offensive firepower.
O'Kelly for 3 out of the corner.
Well, you know he can shoot the ball on a wing. They're very athletic now on the wings with Howard and with O'Kelly and with Dawson.
Owens has scored 39 points in his last 3 games. Look at Veteretta. Yeah, he comes out the double team, 5 feet out past the top of the key.
He played prep school with Sungila. They played together at New Hampshire prep.
Forte lost it on the way in, but he was fouled.
They've done a great job, Wake Forest, of really controlling Forte, not allowing Joseph to get off, and he's such a prolific scorer. And I know he's a big concern of Dave Oldham, talking to him today at the shoot-around.
Fouls on Scott, his second. The 6th team foul. Carolina has been whistled for 2. Forte is not a problem at the free throw line. He's 8th in the ACC. At better than 76%.
Had a super Piper Dandy year, led him to the Final Four. Great program out of DeMatha. Hall of Fame coach, Morgan Wooten, and now playing here in North Carolina. Just a special player. In fact, my favorite 3 guys in the scoring guard slot are Forte, Casey Jacobson, a tenacious guy at Stanford, and Charlie Bell, who you would love from out of Michigan State.
That's Adam Boone, who will come in, the freshman point guard out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. He started the first 7 games at the point guard.
Oh, wow. Look at those guys. Juan Dixon, I love him as well. And Brandon Armstrong at 70.
Now we've got a tie-up and pushing and shoving.
There's going to be a lot of aggressive play here. I mean, there's a lot of emotion between these teams. Dave Odom's had to read all the articles in the paper about his club being so physical.
Now somebody comes in there and drags O'Kelly off, and that's what started the pushing. Inbound to Hicks, nearly stolen. Hicks, nice pass over to Dawson, and he misses the open jump shot. Got it back. Dawson missed again. Dawson has it, puts it up, no basket, but he's fouled.
Okay, great effort by Dawson.
Oh, they're going to call it on Dawson.
Charlie Raines got him with a push-off. There's a second effort by Dawson. Oh. Can't believe it. Dave Odom can't believe it. He cannot believe it. He said, no, 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 no.
So Forte will go to the line for the 1-and-1. The foul on Dawson was his first, and the 17th foul.
You know, I mentioned before all those great scoring guards. The kid Brandon Armstrong had 70 points in 2 games, and I watched him down at the Fiesta Bowl for Pepperdine.
Forte, all of his points coming from the free throw line so far. And Carolina shooting very well as a team from the line tonight. They're within 1.
Wake Forest leads the ACC in free throw shooting. That's one of their great pluses.
They lead the ACC in a lot of things.
A lot of categories.
Hicks, nice move to get inside.
Nobody rotated over in their help. Defense for North Carolina. Nobody closed the driving angle.
First 2 for Hicks. Forte went inside, got caught up in the air.
A lot of intensity on that floor, a lot of emotion. Both teams playing with a lot of passion.
Can't play sloppy against Wake Forest. Their defense has become so good, they'll take it away from them. Howard. No bucket, foul on the way in.
You know what they have that great teams have, Mike? They have a certain strut now and a certain glide, and I don't mean in cockiness and arrogance, but in believing.
That's right.
They walked in here today at that shoot-around, and I looked at them and I said, these kids walked in and really believe they are good.
And you're right, Dick. It's not cockiness. It's just knowing after you've clobbered Kansas and clobbered Virginia, games against teams that were undefeated when they went in, and you just mangled them. They know that they can play. And Julius Peppers, number 45, is in for the first time, as you saw Hicks going out. Peppers, in a Sporting News poll, voted the best 2-sport athlete in college athletics.
Told me today he's going to play football again next year here in college. I know they're going to be happy.
Led the nation in sacks as a defensive end, and he was the key to the Tar Heel stretch run a year ago. He's tough, and he has a lot better basketball skills than I think anybody ever gave him credit.
Yeah, he's very agile, very mobile, got good touch.
Got an offensive foul on the rebound against Carolina. And we've got a timeout with 11:59 to go, first half. Teams outside the top 20 in this conference, you don't have walkovers anymore either.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There's no question this year they're going to get 5 teams at least in a big dance, and maybe 6, because I think North Carolina State is good enough. And if they can steal a win down in Virginia, that will give them a lot of confidence.
Absolutely. Howard. Vittoretta's in the post against Haywood. Murray down the lane. Carolina playing some pretty good defense.
Yeah, they're really playing hard. They are playing hard.
Scott lost it on the way up, somehow got it back. Long-range jumper, Dawson. Can't leave him alone. Dawson with 3.
But what about the intelligent play of Murray? Murray knew that he had Dawson behind him, knew he was the shooter, took the ball, turned, gave it to him, and laid the screen.
See, you're the man. Here you go.
Oh, man, that is just absolutely heady basketball.
And Murray gets the assist out of him, which is what he wanted. Haywood, nice tip.
Very active on the inside, Brendan Haywood. I mean, he's got ability, Mike. He's got ability.
Haywood has 4.
Trying to bring him away from the basket. Vittoretta bringing a big 7-footer outside.
Curry overplaying, trying to prevent Urban Murray from getting the ball. Murray, nice move to get away, and then has to bounce it off Peppers out of bounds.
You know, you talk about big games, and every game becomes big in conference play, especially at home. You've got to protect your turf. And Matt Doherty knows this game is big because he's got a date on Wednesday at a place you and I know is the live Cole Fieldhouse against Gary Williams of Maryland, who are coming on strong now.
You know, you talk to people around the league, and some will even say Maryland is a tougher place to play than Cameron Indoor.
Oh, I love the fans out there really get after it. And Gary, I really believe they got too much talent, too much experience, and really are going to come back from that slide they had earlier this year.
That was a stunning start for them, wasn't it?
Yeah, but against tough competition. They really played some good people early.
Shot clock is down to 5. It's up to Murray. Nice double team. He just throws up a prayer. Shot clock violation, and here come the heel.
And give it credit to Matt Doherty and his defense right there. His team did an excellent job. Haywood wants the ball. He really wants the ball tonight.
And against Vittoretta, Curry, these are the shots he has to make.
You know why you have to make that shot? Because they're not going to respect him out there and just double up on Haywood.
Nobody picked up Murray for a while. Oh, Kelly. He has half a dozen, and the lead is up to 7.
Oh, Kelly's shot disappeared last year for about a month. They couldn't find his shot, but he stayed with it, and he battled himself back. And that's a sign of a mature athlete.
Biggest lead of the game. They relied on him so much. The offense was O'Kelly. And when they moved him to the 2 guard, instead of having him handle the ball, they became so much better. And here's the travel on Haywood.
And that's a good half-court defense. I'll tell you, this Wake Forest team is going to be heard from. There's no doubt that America should really get familiar with this club. I'll tell you who they remind me of. With their depth and their toughness, they remind me of Michigan State.
Pretty good comparison.
Michigan State with the longest win streak right now in America. Second is Wake Forest with 17 in a row over a 2-year period.
Hicks against Curry. O'Kelly matched up with Forte, and O'Kelly tries to put it up. Vittoretta tries to keep it alive, and will get the foul, the first on Rafael Vittoretta. Next week on ESPN, hope you'll join us for a Super Tuesday doubleheader of college hoops action at 7 Eastern in the Big Ten, Indiana and Michigan. Then at 9, 18th ranked Alabama against the number 5 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers. For more information, check on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com. Tennessee beat Auburn today. That was in double overtime. Tennessee, one of the teams that Virginia manhandled earlier in the year.
And Alabama got a good win on the road today. Beat LSU, had only 1 loss. And they really got some outstanding players in Ron Grizzard. Hey, what about Georgetown? You talk about a story. I mean, they're shocked in America. Undefeated, beat Seton Hall decisively today.
Must be something in the water. The Tar Heels can't miss a free throw. Haywood hits 2, and he has a half dozen for the ballgame. The lead cut back to 5. And 8 of 9 is a team coming in shooting 62%.
And their defense and their free throw shootings keep them in the game. Matt Doherty very active on that sideline. I think he's more active there as a coach than he was as a player.
Sangaila hasn't played in a long time with those 2 early fouls.
That's a big loss. They pull up the machine. Darius Sangaila.
Hicks, here's the double team. Shoemaker, O'Kelly. Kept alive inside and rebounded by Shoemaker. Great job inside by Howard. Couldn't get it, but he tipped it.
Yeah, Howard's one of those active players long in the league.
Hicks misfires on the jumper. And Haywood throws it away because Morrison wasn't looking.
Morrison's got to turn and make himself a receiver in that situation.
Brian Morrison, the freshman out of Redmond, Washington, comes in, heads up court, and both players doing what they think they were supposed to be doing, and it results in a turnover.
Hey, he made me ready for this in the high school All-American game. Proposed to a girl that he wanted to take to the prom, and he got the date.
That's pretty good. All-Americans can do that stuff. Nice hand for Capel as he'll get a rest. So you've got Curry and Morrison in the backcourt for the Heels. This is Hicks. North Carolina going man-to-man.
Capel playing on Howard. Good matchup right there.
Scott trying to get away from Lang. Misses the shot. Once again, Howard kept it alive. It goes after O'Kelly. He missed Scott. Look at how much he got up there. Loose ball. Still loose jump. And the possession arrow will give it to Carolina.
I know we've heard about how tough physically Wake Forest is, but somebody better credit North Carolina because they're playing very physical as well. They are matching them head-to-head and not backing away in any way or form. But look at them battling on the inside. Wow. It is aggressive. Wow. Whoa. They're getting after it, my friend.
Capel left him alone, so he takes the 13-footer. First bucket for Jason Capel.
I like what Dave Odom said. He defends, he can make the open shot, Capel, he can pass the ball.
Howard, nice move, can't finish. Knocked out of bounds by Haywood. Got a timeout, 7:42 to go first half, 21-18. With the basketball.
Kelly came from Memphis. I don't think they're going to get out of that city that easily anymore with John Calipari there, but that's where Tony Harrison's from as well, and Corey Bradford in Illinois.
Heels in his zone off the inbounds play.
Yeah, 2-3. Got to get in the middle. Got to get in that gap of that zone.
Murray kicks it into the corner, and did that bank?
Yeah, I think it did. He played it that way.
Oh, Dawson from a severe angle caught part of the glass and made it anyway.
That's where his uncle used to shoot him, Cherry Stackhouse.
Jeez, not that well. Knocked away as Capel tried to go into the middle. Was triple team. Murray on the break.
Murray takes great pride in distributing the ball.
O'Kelly goes baseline, forced it, got it, and the foul on Morrison.
Scorers get that happening for him, and there's a deuce by O'Kelly. A little one-on-one situation. Odom has to like them, play a little isolation. There he is in a little isolation against the diaper dandy Morrison. Squares his body, uses his body strength, makes that happen.
Dick, the difference with him being the 2 guard instead of the point guard, it was so easy for defenses to double team him, really take him out of the game, and now they've got to respect everybody.
Well, not only they take him out of it, take other people out of the game, everybody stood around and watched.
That's right.
And they were the Kodak men. They were all taking pictures while he was doing his thing.
Vitaretta gets a break. Shoemaker will come back in. He has 2 personals. Sangaila's been out a long, long time, and as long as Dave Odom can keep the lead and keep him on the bench, that's good for Wake.
They have the kind of depth that they can do that. They can limit his minutes this year to 20 minutes. They got 9 guys playing better than 17 minutes a game.
Haywood, nice kick out to Curry, wide open, and he missed it. And they can't play him if he can't hit those shots.
That's the 3rd time he's missed that shot from the wing off the double team on the inside.
And he has had wide open looks. That was the problem with Curry 2 years ago. He shot 14% from three-point range.
I really believe he presses with that shooting. He's such a good kid, Mike. If you get him alone and talk to him, came in so heralded as the Marine Magazine High School Player of the Year in football and basketball. Put so much pressure on him with expectations.
Oh, in high school, his speed was so much better than anybody else. And I don't really think he learned how to play basketball.
He just dominated people up and down the floor.
Dawson goes baseline with a miss. Scott kept the lock. Scott got it. Here come the heels. Forte trying to make something happen.
They're going to get Forte and Haywood involved offensively.
Haywood fouled as he got the ball, and that would be Shoemaker's third.
He had no,
So the big guy's having a problem. Sangaila got too early. Shoemaker gets his third. At 16:42 is when Sangaila went out. Now Vitoretta will come back in and Shoemaker will sit down.
That's the lethal Lithuanian, as Lennox Rawlings calls him in an article he did. A great feature on Sangaila. But you have so much depth. They got 10 fouls to give at the center position with Vitoretta and Shoemaker.
Haywood hits the free throw. He's hit 3 for 3 and has 7 points. And we told you about the free throw shooting woes for North Carolina coming in at 65-1. They've forgotten all about that. They've hit 9 out of 10. There are the previous numbers. Coming into this game, 10 out of 11.
Nice touch by Haywood. Matt Doherty on that sideline, bringing a lot of emotion here, a lot of passion. Loves Carolina. He did a great job in his 1 year at Notre Dame, bringing a lot of spirit on the campus again, rejuvenating the program.
Vitoretta outside, gives to Dawson. Back to Vitoretta. Over Haywood, doesn't shoot that much. Maybe that's why.
Good effort though by Haywood, coming out challenging him on that shot.
Curry goes baseline. Good pass outside. Capel!
That's a big three. That's a momentum builder. They needed that three. To Jason Capel, the versatile one. He responded to the challenge, and the house is rocking.
27-23, the fans on their feet.
The house that being built is rocking.
O'Kelly caught inside, threw it away. 2-on-2 for Curry. Gonna wait for help.
Reverse it and find Forte.
Lang is back in there. Haven't seen him in a while. And that may be on Lang.
We're going to see the three right now as they kick it out. And there is Jason Capel lighting it up, the veteran, with the big three. Matt Doherty's going to like that one. He's going to like that. Look at the cheerleader. Look at the cheerleader. Look how active he is. Played on a national championship team with Mr. Block and 3 other guys that played a little bit. Perkins, Worthy, and yes, Mr. Jordan.
He was the starting small forward on that championship team. 27-23, Murray. Short with a jumper, Lang with a rebound.
It's the kind of momentum you'd like to get going into the locker room, Mike. This is good ACC action, isn't it?
Isn't it, though? It's fun to be back, Dick.
Oh, look at the bucket inside.
And there is another offensive foul on Lang, and I think that's an excellent call by John Clockerty. That's twice in a row. Lang has really gone in there and just blown his man out of the lane.
And you know, you can't get away with that with the point of emphasis this year as it is. See, he's backing in. He's using the swim stroke, and that is not allowed. The crowd doesn't understand that, but that swim stroke is not permitted. And John Clockerty's going over, talking to Matt Doherty about it. And Doherty's trying to demonstrate, no. Trying to show the post position.
Now, one of the points of emphasis this year was to get away from that tough inside play, and exactly that kind of stuff.
Exactly. They want to eliminate that, put more finesse back in the game, and not back into the locker room, into the rooms with the weight training, etc.
Vitoretta will go to the free throw line. Coming back from knee surgery in September, he is a very physical player. He doesn't shoot very well, but he's an excellent defender and rebounder. The lead is still 4.
Regardless of what happens here tonight, I think this is the best Wake team I have seen under the guidance of Dave Odom.
I agree with you.
They had a great individual in Duncan. Oh, yes.
Peppers missed the shot, but draws the foul.
In 17 minutes against Georgia Tech, he had 7 points and 6 rebounds. But more than that, Peppers gave him a physical presence. I watched the left-hander inside with the post move. He's left-handed. There he is spinning in the lane. I know Mike Krzyzewski really sings the praises of Julius Peppers.
He's the tough kid. Not a good free throw shooter, and he'll miss that one.
I'll tell you need toughness, though, on your teams today.
Peppers, as a defensive end, led the nation. 15 sacks. That's a lot in a college season, I'll tell you.
And he's probably been double-teamed a lot and triple-teamed.
Absolutely.
I leave the football to you because I know you know your football inside out. But it's wacky what's happening in those playoffs.
Isn't it, though? Hicks trying to get the ball low to Howard. Finally does. Double team backs off. Howard can't get inside. Heels playing pretty good defense.
They really are. They're playing very active on the defensive end. Giving help.
Shot clock at 3. Hicks tries to drive. Kept alive again. Howard inside. Knocked out. Here come the heels.
Gotta back it out. Gotta back it out. Have nothing.
Forte does, and then gets the ball back at the top of the circle. He fires.
He can score quickly. He's a machine. He's a scoring machine. They're jumping with joy.
Forte has 7. The lead is down to 1.
Oh, this place is rocking. I haven't seen it rock like this in many a day.
Will the bucket count? Scott hits it.
No, I think it was before my contact.
And it's going to be called on Capel. That's his second.
I like what they've done here. If you look at Dave Odom on that sideline, a teacher, a purist, learned a great deal at the 5-star basketball camp under the guru, Howard Garfinkel. I'll tell you what I like what they've done here is putting the students along the baseline.
Absolutely.
Having them stand up and cheer, really involved, actively, emulating a team down the road a little bit.
Well, you could get, we've been here so many times where you could have more than 22,000 people in here, and it was like you were at a wake. Well, no pun intended.
Well, you remember Sam Cassell's statement, wine and cheese.
Wine and cheese, that's right.
No wine and cheese now.
Now they're into this one. Carolina with a chance to take the lead as we approach 3 minutes, and there is the steal by Howard, and then he's fouled by Capel. The last foul was not on Capel. This one was. He has 2.
You know, Matt Doherty's such a believer in spirit, enthusiasm. I think if he had his way, and certainly you can't make it happen, he'd like to take those students and put them around the entire court and let this place be rocking like big time.
Well, it cost him about $8 million to do that.
Yeah, you're right about that. There's a lot of money sitting there in those chairs, Mike.
Howard, the sophomore out of Winston-Salem, will go to the line. Dave Odom said when they got him, he was the first complete small forward he had ever been able to recruit to the program, and he hits that free throw.
Yeah, a local kid who's very active, and they're really high on him, and his future's certainly bright. They also got a kid coming in very similar to him, Jamal Levy, from out of Berkshire School in Homestead, Florida. Frank Hayden does a great job recruiting for them, as does Ernie Nestor. Certainly Coach Sanderson, Wood Sanderson's son is on the staff as well.
Howard hits them both. Wake Forest now up by 3. Joseph Forte, their leading scorer, trying to keep the Heels in the game to the delight of Matt Doherty. First half, Wake Forest leads by 3 over North Carolina. Welcome back, everybody. Mike Patrick, Dick Vitale. We were going to talk about physical play, but this is physical, not what they're doing out there. Well, talk about the conference. The ACC is loaded again. It's like the way we have seen it for years and years and years.
Well, first of all, I'm glad to have you back into the round ball instead of throwing that football. Great having you here. But you talk about the conference this year. I think they've got a chance for 6 teams to get into the NCAA tournament. If North Carolina State lives up to its expectations, they can join the 5 that I think are locks for getting in. Duke, Maryland, North Carolina, and certainly you got to talk Wake and Virginia.
Max Owens, he's given him some points lately, and he turned this one over. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, ABC Sports will take you to Australia. Final round coverage of the New Year's first big golf event, the Accenture World Golf Match Play Championship. Pierre Fouquet of Sweden, Steve Stricker of the United States, 36 holes for $1 million. That's what Dick and I played for. Hicks, the runner, won't go, and Haywood with another rebound. That's 5 for the big guy.
And the big guy was really active in attacking that rebound. He just didn't wait for the ball to come to him. He went and was laterally But move laterally to get that rebound.
Foul on Antoine Scott away from the ball. His second. A lot of guys for Wake have racked up 2 personal fouls in the first half. Wake came out very hot shooting the basketball, but they have really cooled off after that start. 5 out of 7. Now they're 6 out of their last 24. That's only 25%.
Yeah, that's 1 for 4. So you take the common denominator, divide that 6 into 6, 6 into 24. I used to teach 6th grade math, Mike.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, they're hot in the free throw line. Even Pepper's stepping up there making them.
Julius missed his first 2, and that's his first point of the ball game. Peppers has not been able to play much. He practiced for the first time in late December, so he is really not in basketball shape. Got this one. Great fade to Hayward.
What a nice look inside by Peppers. Good vision, good awareness, and Brendan Hayward with the slam jam bang.
We're tied at 29.
If you're North Carolina, you got to make a statement. You want to be with the elite top 10. You got to win on your home floor.
Dawson, great shooter, and drains one. Dawson has 8. Wake has regained the lead.
You know, Dawson had shin splints problems early in his career, and it really curtailed his mobility. He's much more active now.
Owens got by Dawson. Slashes to the hoop. Missed it. Hayward with a foul.
There's no way that young man should have 2 points in 2 games. I cannot believe that stat. He is too good.
Hayward has a dozen in this one. Antoine Scott for 3. Rebound inside to Howard. He's fouled. Check it. They're going to call it on Howard. And Dave Odom wants to know how.
We've seen a lot of maturity out of the North Carolina kids coming back from that deficit, Mike. They have really battled and scrapped, and you were right. They are doing it with their defense as well, playing tough on a defensive end.
It is a team without great quickness. Only a couple of guys can do that, but they have played very, very good man-to-man.
And that's one of the principles of Ron Curry. What he lacks on the offensive end, what he does well is he's very quick on the defensive end. Last 2 games, look at those numbers. He said, please get that off the board. Please get that off the board. Now look at Peppers inside. Right in traffic, he dumps it off, and Hayward finalizes and finishes it.
Hayward has 13 points, a 48% free throw shooter. He has hit 5 for 5 tonight.
Oh, what's that?
And they've looked good.
I told Dave Odom today, I said, I think you're catching this kid at the wrong time. He's got to be really chopping, and he is. You know, he's active, he's bouncing. He's on fire after those 2 poor performances.
North Carolina has the lead with 1:18 to go first half. And Dawson, under a lot of pressure, took a shot that came up way short. Owens, fade away. Got it! And a foul. That will go the other way.
I tell you, both clubs very active. North Carolina really active on the offensive end. Owens gives them an aggressive offensive player off the bench. Take a look at Owens right here. Very aggressive offensively. There he is sticking a little 15-foot jumper.
That's why Hayward got the foul. He just reached out, grabbed Vittoretta, threw him down. That's 2 on Hayward.
I got a feeling in the locker room Matt Doherty was lecturing for the last 2-3 days about the physical toughness of Wake Forest, and I don't want to see you guys backing away, and that's what we're seeing here.
Vittoretta rolls one in. Coming up on the Courtyard by Marriott halftime report. Whit Watson will be in the studio, our Sports Center in game. The NFL playoffs, one stunner after another. College hoops, top 25 action. So far, the NFL playoffs have really been non-competitive. Dominant by one team or another.
Been boring.
Vittoretta air ball after making the first one.
Hey, what about these quotes by Pete Gillen about Sangala, talking about physical play? He's a killer. He's a mangler. He's banging. He's knocking people down. He kills innocent bystanders.
Yeah, but right now he's not hurting anybody. He's played 4 minutes in the first half. Got those 2 early fouls, been on the bench ever since. I'm sure that Dave Odom doesn't want him to get a cheap third. Bad play by Lang, got caught up in the air, then had to throw it to somebody. The 12th turnover for the Heels.
They didn't react well to the double team line.
Hicks held by Curry. That's 1 on Ronald Curry.
Hicks started the first 10 games this year, and then Murray was inserted in the starting lineup once he got healthy after battling mononucleosis, as we talked about earlier. and then he stepped in the lineup, and that, you wonder psychologically how Hicks could handle that, but they said he handled it in a very mature way.
He's still getting a lot of minutes coming in. They'll bring Hicks in along with Murray. Sometimes they'll play a three-guard alignment the way they have right now, as they've got O'Kelly in there as well. Hicks misses the first. He'll get another. 26.8 seconds to go first half.
We talked earlier about the ACC only having 3 teams the last 2 years in a tournament. I thought last year Virginia should have been in a tournament. I really did.
2 years ago, Wake
Forest should have been in. There's no doubt in my mind. When you play this tough conference and you got to play day in and day out, you're going to get some losses.
And even though the conference as a whole was down, I just thought it was a real tough shot for them not to get in. Second one is a miss. Here comes Curry. About a 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Forte.
What a big-time score. King Joseph just knows how to score.
He has 9. The Heels lead has grown to 5, their biggest of the ballgame.
And Wake's getting tested big time tonight.
Whoa, pretty shot by Antoine Scott.
Good solid player off the bench. There's a 30-second timeout by North Carolina.
19.5 seconds to go. First half, you're watching ACC on ESPN.
It's here.
Had a big lead, so it was working fine for him. The bottom line is with Sangala, that's been a history of Darius over the years. I mean, foul trouble.
Nice head fake by Capel. Missed his shot. Gonna run over the rebound. Wake with a chance for the last shot. Hicks kicks it off. O'Kelly for 3. Doesn't hit it. Scott at the buzzer. No. That's the end of the first half. 37-34. The halftime report coming up. Here's Whit Watson.
Now watch him spin out to the baseline. Brendan Haywood. Great head fake. Great spin to the baseline. Now we're going to watch North Carolina shaping up for the 3. We're going to take a look. Well, they started on us. Here we go.
Baseline drive and a foul as Howard took it strong to the basket.
I mean, I rehearsed by shaping up for the 3 for Mr. Capel, and we had no time to run it.
Things could be worse.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Capel picks up his 3rd foul, and Howard goes to the free throw line. The worst shooting first half of the year for Wake Forest, and a lot of that should be credited to the North Carolina defense.
Exactly, Mike. You know, we were talking about Sangala and his foul problems. He had 111 fouls to lead the ACC his freshman year, 1 every 6.8 minutes. His second year, he had 118 fouls, 1 every 7.1 minutes. Has not been a factor this year because of their depth, but tonight it could be big.
And he's played smarter as well. Forte with a long miss. Wake with a chance to tie or take the lead. Howard leans in, and Haywood did a great job of keeping his position and keeping his feet.
I thought Haywood did a solid job in the first half. As we look at the first half stats, Wake Forest really shot poorly in the first half. Free throw line as well.
And they lead the ACC in field goal percentage. And Sangala, who starts the second half, gets a bucket. He has 6 points in 4 minutes played.
If you were to chart his minutes and put his minutes toward his point production, it's amazing what he scored.
Capel, that one's blocked. Recovered by Lang. Capel again, falls, and they'll call a trip. Be on Howard, his second.
Sangala averaged 16.7 in the ACC last year for Dave Odom and played not really 35 minutes a night.
Forte penetrating, little jumper, nice touch.
He just knows how to score. He's got the medium range shot, he's got the long range shot, and he could also complete it in transition.
Forte has 11. The Heels back up by 2. Vitaretta against Haywood.
North Carolina very impressive defensively in the first half.
Sangala stripped by Forte. Nice reach in. Forte trying to take this offense on his back, kicks it out to Capel. Nobody picks him up till he gets in the lane, drops it to Haywood, and this will be a block on Vitaretta.
Kelly Range with the calls, got the block on Vitaretta in the lane.
That's 3 on Vitaretta.
You know, you mentioned Joseph Forte. He's capable of carrying a club offensively. He has proven that. I mean, last year, what a credit to Bill Guthridge. This club was struggling big time, and he takes them to the Final Four. 2 out of 3 years to the Final Four. Scholarly, great teacher, just a beautiful human being, Bill Guthridge.
Gonna miss Bill. He said he just ran out of gas. It's Haywood. He got bumped on the way and got it to Lang. Lang fouled from behind. That's gonna be on Howard, his third.
They got a bunch of guys.
Make it his fourth.
They got a bunch of guys now in foul trouble with Howard with 4, Vittoretta with 3, Shoemaker with 3. But this is where that depth should help them. We've heard about how deep a basketball team they are. 9 guys playing 17 minutes a game. There's Howard reaching in from the back. Makes
that wasn't much.
It was the perception from where he attacked them from.
Lang misses the free throw, and here's the Wake foul trouble. Howard with 4, Shoemaker and Vittoretta with 3. Vittoretta, of course, had 2 in the first 3 minutes and 18 seconds, sat out the rest of the half. And now Howard, who averages 13.8 points a game, will have to sit down. Lang hits the second. The lead for Carolina is up to 3.
Well, you know, Wake wants an N1 streak that they don't like. They've lost 5 times in a row here in Chapel Hill. They've won 17 in a row, the second longest win streak in America.
Vittoretta will try one from 19 and miss it. Sangailo with a rebound to follow.
He is a terrific player. He's absolutely a terrific player. 28 points in 2 games against our dream team for Lithuania.
Haywood moving in against a double team.
He doesn't want to be stopped tonight, Mike. He doesn't want to be stopped tonight. He is playing with a man with a mission.
Haywood has 16, the lead back to 3.
He's saying it's an M&M inside, a total mismatch down the low line.
Haven't been able to get Dawson loose recently. So he goes into the lane, forces it up with the right hand and hit it. Tough shot.
He's showing his versatility as a scorer rather than a stationary jump shot. He shows he can put it to the floor and he hit a shot.
He has 10. Here's Lang. Has not been able to hit that jump hook tonight. 0 for 4 on that move.
That was a 4th shot right there. Wasn't available.
Murray inside. Lang knocks it away. Forte with a loose ball. Forte wanting to run. Has a 15-footer. Spins out. Vittoretta with a rebound.
That's a good shot for Joseph Forte. Got to get some guy with the ball. Got to let him touch it inside.
He wants it against Lang. Goes baseline. Cut off. Haywood came over. May have gotten a piece and it hit the side.
Great job by Haywood. Closing off that shot. Sangailo should have found the open man.
Haywood again against the double team. Curry doesn't want the shot. Hasn't been able to hit anything from outside. And misses another one. And then Lang with a push underneath will be called for his 3rd person. Curry has had 1 opportunity, and I mean wide open after another, and he just can't hit them.
He's had 4 opportunities there, Mike. 4 opportunities, and has not been able to convert it. We're going to see the double up. Now, as soon as the ball goes on the inside, they're going to double up. There it is. A freeze it. Right here. We're going to double up here. Now, he's going to kick it back out. You got to make that open shot. You're wide open. You got to make that open shot. Look at the double up again. There it is. Wide open. Oh, I'm going to run out there. I'm going to get a pair of shorts out. I can make that shot, Mike.
Don't do that. Oh, Kelly, nice drive to the bucket, couldn't finish it. Both teams cold here. Capel.
Nice post move inside by Capel, showing his multi-dimensional talent.
He has 7. Really bouncing back and forth between 1 and 3. Sangailo is fouled by Capel. That's 4 on Capel.
Now that is really big because now they got to go to their bench and get some help on a defensive end, and that'll be tough to replace the kind of versatility that Capel brings to the table.
Jason averaging 10 points a game.
Sangailo is automatic at the free throw line. Look at him posting up inside big. Now he's going to spin in the lane. He's got all the tricks. He's got all the maneuvers. They do it.
Sangailo better than 82% from the line. It's amazing a guy who is as strong as he is and such a terrific inside player has that kind of touch.
He led the conference in free throw shooting last year. 83% shooter last year. He's got good touch, a lot of experience. As you said earlier, I thought he was absolutely brilliant for that Lithuanian team.
Had a lot of people in the United States rooting for Lithuania.
Well, you know, you talked about the attitude and absolute conduct of some of our guys, the way they carried on, it really wasn't what we would have expected of such a talented group.
Well, let's face it, they were real jerks, and the rest of the world recognized it and let them have it for it.
Well, some spoiled guys out there. A lot of cash, and they forget sometimes where they came from.
I'll tell you what, money hasn't hurt you, though, did it? Forte for three, short. Tipped outside Hicks. Nice job to wait on it.
I don't have it.
Yeah, right. And Wake Forest has regained the lead as Howard comes back in playing with those 4 fouls and hits the jumper.
Not only is he playing with 4 fouls, now they're going to rotate in the zone. I thought he was checking Forte.
Forte will try a 3 out of the corner. Can't hit it. Look at the quickness inside. Howard really gets up.
I really like him. He's such an underrated player. Does so many things on the floor.
Dawson strip. Here comes Curry. Nice pass to Forte. He leans into Sangala. Missed a shot. Forte tries to follow. Peppers has it. Fight for it. Peppers, that strength, has the ball. Still fighting now. Jump ball. And it will go back to North Carolina on the that silly alternating possession clock.
Yeah, we still see that. As you look at Dave Odom, watched him grow as a coach. Saw him at the 5-star camp where he was a teacher at the stations.
Especially coming off of the pounding they took from Wake Forest, and to be able to come back and beat a good NC State team, that says a lot about Pete Gillen's ball club.
Yeah, that would have been a great win for NC State. You talk about the emotion of Matt Barney. Hey, what about this? Halftime against Massachusetts, he broke a chair. He went in there, he broke a chair. Look at this emotion. I mean, I think it's great when he pours his heart and soul to his team. And then he was so calm, and they were shocked when they were down 12 against Georgia Tech. They couldn't believe how calm he was.
Well, that's coaching. Lombardi used to rip his guys after they won by 24.
I used to knock down, I'm telling you, Mike, I can't even begin to tell you some stories when I was coaching. An absolute whacker.
Lang, another jump hook and another miss. He has been ice cold.
He shoots it so quick, and he's usually so effective on the interior.
Boy, he is. Usually when he goes up for the jump hook, you just count it.
Now they got Peppers bodying up on Sangala inside.
Dawson, off balance, shot it anyway and missed. Howard saved it, but he was out of bounds.
Should have got that ball inside the Sangala against the basketball inexperience of Peppers right now.
And I thought Howard got away with a push on that one. That would have been his 5th foul.
There was a fan over there who was calling number 5. She was really active and animated.
Carolina's hit only 3 of 12 shots here in the second half.
They're trying to protect some of their players, Howard and Sangala, by zoning.
Peppers from 12 and missed.
Peppers got right into the gap of that zone. And go to Sangala. I'd get him some touches inside. He's got all the moves. He's so uncanny on the interior.
Shoemaker's back in there working with 3. Hicks, nice move to the hoop. Can't hit it with the long rebound. Sangala got it in the Shoemaker. Left hand missed. Nice pass by Sangala. Shoemaker didn't finish it. Wake Forest by 1. Peppers backing in, trying to get another foul, and throws it away. Long lead pass, and too long by Dawson.
Both clubs look sloppy right now, but I really believe North Carolina's out of sync because they don't have Capel on the floor.
Monday on ESPN, a triple header of college hoops on Big Monday, presented by Bud Light at 7 o'clock, number 25 Notre Dame, number 11 Seton Hall. At 9 o'clock, Iowa State, Oklahoma State. Then at midnight following Sports Center, we've got Wyoming and Utah. And in that Notre Dame Seton Hall game, 2 former Duke assistants as head coaches against each other.
Yeah, I'm going to be there for that game. I can't wait to get the jersey to see it over at the Meadowlands.
Say hi to Tommy Amaker and Mike Bray for me.
He's not going to be too happy after getting beat today by Georgetown. Troy Murphy had 37 today in a big win for Notre Dame at home over Rutgers.
Troy Murphy's pretty good.
Murphy, Battier, and Jason Richardson would be my baseline on my midseason report card for All-Americans.
You got to have Jason Williams as one of your guards.
Oh, he's the best guard in America. I don't think it's close. And my other guard would probably be Casey Jacobson, or would be Casey Jacobson from out of Stanford.
Heck of a player.
And that could change. This kid could win that spot by the end of the year, Forte.
Owens has shot well lately for 3. Big shot by Max Owens.
Well, that's what they want him on the floor for, to provide offensive firepower.
Owens has 7. Urban Murray. Sangala being fronted by Peppers. O'Kelly tries a real tough shot and misses. Forte back the other way. Owens can't hit that one. Loose ball, and Wake has gotten most of those. Howard. Cross-court pass. O'Kelly out of the corner. That's it, 2.
Robert O'Kelly squaring his body. He's a lot more patient right now offensively than he was early in his career.
Tied at 47.
Had a tendency to force some shots.
Owens against O'Kelly. Now out to Curry. Lang. Curry, can he make one? No. He has just had a brutal shooting night.
What is going to happen now with North Carolina? People are just going to play him very passively and just play on the inside and force him to try to make some shots.
Well, they've already started to do it. The last time we showed the replay of the double team down in the corner, nobody even bothered to go back out on him that time.
I can see Gary Williams right now. He's charting at home. Gary's sitting there. He's charting. He's drawing. He's saying, Baxter's going to double up inside. You and Dixon. And we're going to let him shoot the rock.
Well, it's a good thing he's just watching the video and not taking our advice. Gary is brighter than that.
Oh, I think so, too. He's one of the real fighters. Love his emotion.
Wake with a chance to regain the lead. 11:56 and counting in this game. Mike Patrick, Dick Vitale. Glad you could join us for this one.
Haywood now matched up inside with Sungila.
O'Kelly slashes into the lane. Can't find anything. Dawson, a lot of contact and no whistle. Back to O'Kelly. 13 on the shot clock. Dawson. Shoemaker not even going for the rebound with that foul trouble.
Good execution offensively, got the shot they wanted.
Adam Boone, the freshman point guard, checks in. Haywood with a miss, Shoemaker with a rebound.
Got the good entry from Boone inside to Haywood, got the shot they wanted.
O'Kelly will try another 3 and hits this one.
Robert O'Kelly, he said, look, you give me 4, you hit my arm.
And he did, you know, he was right. But he made it anyway. Wake back on top by 3. Peppers working on Sungila. Sungila just standing flat-footed because he doesn't want to pick up that next foul.
They brought Cable in the game. It was Cable posted inside, playing with 4 fouls now.
Shoemaker kicks it into the corner. Dawson bricks one up.
See, I think Matt Doherty's afraid to have Cable out of the game, and I don't blame him.
Cable's got to be in there. Boone will try a runner, and Sungila with a rebound. 3-on-2. Dawson in the middle. He'll take it himself down the lane, and he's fouled.
I was just going to say, defensively in transition, both clubs have done a superb job. We have seen very few real strong transition layups because of the defense reacting and adjusting and getting back.
First on Boone, the 4th team foul against North Carolina. Wake has committed only 3 in this half.
I tell you, it's so different. I sit here and I think of Dean Smith sitting on that sideline, Bill Guthridge, and I'm watching that Doherty, how animated he is. What a different look on that side. Proving that you can do it in many ways, Mike, as long as you do it within your own personality.
Dick, I never saw you coach, but I can't imagine a guy who would be more emotional on the sideline than you.
I was absolutely wacky. I really believe this in the bottom of my heart. My wife has told me this so many times. Had I stayed in coaching, I would have never made it to 50. I really believe it. I believe that's how much it tore my insides every game.
Well, I've seen film. You look like a major medical event about to happen. I'll tell you that.
You were right.
10:36 to go in the ballgame. Wake up by 5. 40 in both hands.
I think an amazing statistic is in 18 consecutive games, they held teams under 40%.
Staggering.
That gives you a great opportunity and a chance to get to the winner's locker room.
Curry is back in there at point guard. He's missed all 5 shots tonight. Lang is only 1 of 6.
Morrison can shoot the ball. If he can get in a gap, he can make some shots.
And Will Johnson is into the ball game. So going very deep into his bench right now, Matt Doherty. Trying to get something out of it. And what a swat. Whoa. Lang will get it on the goaltend. That ball came to midcourt.
There's no doubt whatsoever. Anytime you're going to block the shot directly in front of the rim, that's going to be called goaltending. It looked like it was going up.
Well, it sure went out.
It went out.
52-49. Baseline drive and the bucket. Nice move by Howard, who was playing very aggressively with those 4 persons.
I'll tell you,
both coaches taking some chances.
He's a local kid and really has become such a player for them that a lot of people aren't aware of. And I said, what an outstanding transition player.
Morrison Wake starting to dominate things a little bit here.
And that was blocked by Howard. Good play defensively, and that's another dimension he gives you.
And he was way off and came out to block it. Shoemaker, nice head fake, put it up with the left-handed, missed. Got some contact from Lang, wanted a foul, but good defense by Chris Lang.
Nice pass.
Nice pass.
Nice look. Lang would have missed that one. I would have said, what?
So would Chris.
What a great look. He couldn't believe he was that wide open.
54-51. Curry is a good point guard. If he could just pick up his shooting, they'd have something.
Yeah, he's got to be respectable there. He's got to at least be a threat.
Howard. And he is fouled.
I'll tell you, it's really impressive the way they're going to Howard right now. He is really like a take-charge guy and a go-to guy, a PTP on the floor.
Well, the good thing for Wake is that Howard can do that. Dawson can do that. O'Kelly can do that. And Sungila can do that.
Well, that's great when you have that kind of balance. See, that's why Michigan State is so good.
Right.
They can hurt you with Zach Randolph off the bench or Marcus Taylor. They can hurt you with Charlie Bell. They certainly can hurt you with Andre Hudson. They got a chance, Hudson and Bell, ready for this, to win 4 consecutive Big Ten titles in their career. That's amazing.
Howard misses the first free throw. Peppers will come back in, so will Max Owens and Haywood. Capel will come out.
Now, Darty doing a good job utilizing his bench. He was able to steal some minutes out of Capel to give him that stabilizer on the floor. They were out of sync with him out of the lineup.
Howard with the second free throw. The lead is 4, 8:57 to go from Chapel Hill. 10 points for Howard, who averages 13-8.
Well, your friends, baby, we got a knee knocker, a mail-out smasher. We got the second longest win streak in America, and a little jeopardy.
Haywood double team, nice pass to Peppers. Lost the handle, got it in and a foul.
Oh, yes, that's already simple. I don't want you to take it up soft. I want you to be a rim rattler. I want you to be a rim shaker. And that's what he was there, baby. He was a rim rattler. Oh, watch him on the inside. Freeze it. Right here. See the double up now? It's going to create an opportunity. Look at the double up. And there's the opportunity for Mr. Peppers. And there's the jam by the left hand, the lethal left hand.
Boy, it's a nice pass by Haywood, too. Very good awareness. He was going to skip it out on the angle. And out of the corner of his eye, saw his teammate right at the baseline. Peppers free throw, and now Scott with a rebound. The lead is 2.
Is he a Lawrence South kind of guy defensively in football?
I tell you, he's pretty good. You get 15 sacks. I think he pretended that last dunk was a quarterback's head, just shoved it in there. O'Kelly for 3, long rebound to Curry. Curry has it knocked away, got it back, showing you that speed. Crowd on its feet.
Curry to Peppers. Maybe he ought to make Peppers a tight end. There goes Curry. He says, I'm going to my football buddy. I'm going to my football buddy, Jam City. And the roof rocks.
Curry and Peppers turning out to be quite a spicy dish, huh?
Oh, I like that, Mike. You're right on target. I tell you, all my football buddies now get the hoop. I mean, Nestler, Patrick, next week Musburger, ditches all the way from that pigskin.
Brent and I get to share you again this year?
Yeah. Oh, this is fun. This is absolutely fun. It wasn't fun at 5 in the morning at the airport, but it's fun here.
It never is.
Oh, yes, sir. Look at the intensity of Dave Odom on that sideline.
The latest that Wake has been behind this year, the 10:09 mark in the second half against Michigan. We are tied right now, 8:05. Shoemaker down the lane. Nice beat from Sungila.
Great job of finding the gut of the defense, Shoemaker. Shoemaker, an excellent ball handler as well for a big guy, and that's because of his attributes as a quarterback in football.
That was his first 2 points of the night. Haywood calling for the ball down low.
I'm really impressed with Haywood tonight.
Owens cut off at the baseline. Forte. This is the guy they need to hit shots. He missed, kept alive inside. Haywood double teamed. Got the basket and a foul.
And look at the joy, look at the jubilation out of the big guy. You like to see enthusiasm and excitement and energy, the 3 E's, and they're here tonight.
I think it was on Sungila.
Take a look at the big guy inside now operating double zero. We're going to see the missed shot. Now we're going to see the offensive rebound by Hayward. Now he's going to take it. He's going to show some balance with two people on him. And there's the conversion.
Where was the foul? They called it on Sangaila, and he wasn't even touching it.
Yeah, might not have been there. I like the jubilation. I like the little kid in him. I like the little boy. I like the way he's acting, showing some spirit.
18 points for Haywood, and Sangaila had a real, and Dave Odom is really after the referees right now, and I think he's got a good argument going for this one.
But he'll lose the argument, so he better concentrate on coaching.
He's just working him for the next call.
Zone, going to the zone.
Sangaila in and out. Forte with a rebound.
A lot of confidence these kids from Carolina are playing with.
Haywood low again. Walked.
He has one situation where he negates his great size when he brings the ball to his ankles.
13 rebounds against the Heels, still tied at 57.
State employees, be more than just another number at those big drugstores. At most pharmacies, you'll pay the same price, but the service is better. We have a complete line of private label and natural medicines to save you money. Transferring your prescription.
Real big matchup of the season of the ACC. 57-57, Carolina on top of Wake Forest. Mike Patrick, Dick Vitale, welcome back, everybody. This is what we come here for, isn't it?
Well, no doubt about it. I love the way Haywood's playing with so much enthusiasm. Hey, I want to show the people this. Hey, see where he gets all his notes from? Look at the gym sheet. Look at the gym sheet. This is where my partner gets all his notes from. Right here. Look at this. Look at this here. That's his gym sheet, baby. That's a lot of work you did sitting in a hotel room.
That's research, pal.
I'm amazed at the job you guys do. You, Nessler, Musburger.
Wake with the ball in a tie ball game under 7 minutes to go.
Zone defense, pretty tough to up the zone. They all move the ball well. They got guys that can shoot it. O'Kelly can become dangerous on the wing.
Murray out of the corner. Sangaila tries to keep it alive and knocks it out of bounds. Dave Odom 12-0 with a 17-game win streak, the second longest in the nation.
22 is number one, Michigan State. Wake has lost 5 in a row here in Chapel Hill, and that's one he wants to end. There's the double up.
Owens down the lane with a left hand, couldn't fall for him. And here comes Murray.
He's got to convert that. Double up allowed him to have the open shot.
Dawson for three, won't go. Offensive rebound. Murray kept it alive.
Nice pass.
O'Kelly down the lane. Got the roll.
That was created by the awareness, the anticipation of Sangaila, the way he reversed the basketball and swung it to the other side.
O'Kelly has 16. He is leading the Deacons in scoring. Haywood with 18 points for North Carolina. Curry goes baseline, tries to get it to Haywood, kicked out of bounds. And they'll get a new 35 on the shot clock after that one.
If Brendan Haywood ever played on the same team and was a center with Jason Williams at Duke, he'd average 25 a game. I mean, it'd be a joke inside what he would do.
He certainly couldn't double team from that side of the ball.
Jason's so strong with his penetration.
Curry brings it back out. Forte. By O'Kelly, leans into one, short on the shot, but O'Kelly caught him on the elbow.
O'Kelly said, no, I never made contact. He's getting away with one because he's a super South and he's All-American. He fouled him there.
Two on O'Kelly, and Dave Odom working with Irvin Murray.
He's got an outstanding assistant right behind him, and Ernie Nessler, who's a former head coach.
Guy.
Good guy, but knows basketball inside and out. Sharp tactician.
Whistles were blowing before that shot. Let's see if it counts. I heard the whistle before the shot, so it should not. They will have to shoot it again, I would think, and they're going to. Once that whistle blows, it's dead. And apparently it was, one of the officials was at mid-court and not ready, and that's what the North Carolina staff wants to find out.
Forte said it's no problem. He said, just give me
not for him.
It's no problem right now. For me, I'm going to knock 2 down anyway.
And the guards for North Carolina have had a tough shooting night. 13 points for Forte. We are tied again. Exactly what we thought would happen in this ballgame.
It's Mayloc's time now, baby. It's winning time. Shot selection so big, execution big, and defensively your effort better be supreme.
We have been tied 7 times.
And there's the zone defense now by North Carolina again.
Haven't been able to get it to Sungaiwa. Now, Vitaretta, 15-footer. He's not the guy they want to take the shot.
Last 2 possessions, Murray shot and Vitaretta not their weapons.
Murray kicks it outside. Oh, it's a flat-footed 3, short. Here comes O'Kelly.
That was not a good shot. I mean, even I know it goes in and say great shot, but that was too hurried.
Vitaretta.
He knows it. Look at his face. Look at his face. He knows it. Charlie Range was right there.
That's 4 on Vitaretta.
He nods. He said, good call. Good call.
He gets his money's worth.
3 guys up in there. Somebody ought to come over and say something.
Dave Odom working that sideline. Now watch Vitaretta right there with the push. Oh, there he is. He bumps him right off.
So Curry will go to the line where he shoots only 57%. And we talked about his shooting woes. If you're a point guard, you've got to go in there and at least shoot free throws.
You got to make free throws. I saw a game today, Villanova won at the end. They got great free throw shooters. A kid by the name of Buchanan who doesn't miss.
Sungaiwa baseline trying to get by Haywood. The left hand won't fall for him. And Forte with a rebound.
Sometimes when you sit as long as he sat, you don't get into the flow and rhythm.
Haywood. Curry didn't want the shot that time.
He was not even thinking about it. Does it double up again? Wide open.
Curry will take it. He finally got one.
Oh, he said Mr. Patrick.
Ronald Curry slaps his hands, hits the biggest shot of the night, and Carolina on top by 3. That might really get him going. You know, when you make one, you can hit 3 or 4 in a row after that. Murray, nice slash down the lane.
I tell you, sliding and gliding, Erwin Murray down the lane. Great size for a point guard. Got to feel good for the kid, though. You know he's playing so hard, and to see a kid struggle like that, my heart goes out to him.
Well, mentally, it's got to just destroy him. Haywood against Vitaretta. There's the double team out to Cable. Into Lang. Nice play by Sungaiwa to knock it out of bounds with 14 on the shot clock and 3:50 on the game clock. The Heels are up by 1.
He's going to knock one down. We watch the ball as Haywood's trying to post on the inside. They bring it inside. Now here it is. Freeze it. Double up. Now he's going to kick it back out. Now this guy's got to make it. He missed his first 5, but this time he said, it's nothing but nylon. NBN. Nothing but nylon. Ron Curry. I tell you, if he ever can make that shot, he's got 6 assists tonight. He can defend. If he just can be respectable, their whole team's game would go way up.
Awake with 3 total timeouts left. Carolina with 4. Everybody will be in the bonus from here on out.
I like the enthusiasm here tonight, Mike. I'll tell you, it's as enthusiastic as I've seen it in a long, long time. A lot of spirit.
North Carolina trying to build on its lead. 3:45 to go in the game. Haywood, nice catch.
That's where you'll build. Get it to the big guy inside. Get it to the space eater. The aircraft carrier, as my buddy Al McGuire would call him.
Brendan Haywood makes it a 3-point lead, and then Josh Howard cuts it back to 1.
Josh Howard really becoming a go-to guy, a guy that wants the rock in his hands.
The sophomore from Winston-Salem has a dozen. Every shot becomes big now.
If it means going to the free throw line, Wake Forest gets the edge.
Haywood dribbles out of a double team. Nice move by the big guy. Trying to spread the court a little bit, get some room. Forte, baseline. Double clutch, can't hit it. Shoemaker with a rebound.
They're trying to get a little isolation, one-on-one maneuver for Forte.
Oh, Kelly, nice lob, but the shot missed by Howard.
Patience, poise right now, very big, the 2 Ps.
And Howard hit his wrist.
Yeah, he's hurt his wrist, he's holding it.
Whacked it maybe on the rim, maybe on the backboard. That's the reason he missed the shot and the reason he's holding the wrist right now.
Playing man-to-man right now defensively. I'd get the ball inside to Haywood again. I'd make them have to defend him.
Haywood over Shoemaker.
I would go to that big guy. I'd say, take me to the winner's circle, big fella. Carry me on your back.
Haywood has 22. The lead is 3.
That's what he's doing tonight. Averaged only 2 points a game in his last 2 games.
Dawson, who's got that great range on his shot.
It's a game if you're North Carolina. You've got to win on your floor. You want to be with the top 10 teams in America. You've got to lock up a W at home.
O'Kelly bumped by Curry. The basket will not count. He was fouled on the way in. 2 against Curry. Coming up after the game on SportsCenter, Rich Eisen and Brian Kenny standing by. An overtime thriller at Gamble Pavilion. The NBA's Road Warriors and 2 down, 2 to go in the NFL. And who knows who's going to be left there.
I'll tell you, what a thriller today, Connecticut St. John's. Terrell Butler might become the best freshman in the conference.
I'll tell you who's fun to watch is the Connecticut women's team. Are they good or what?
And you know what?
Jeez.
They don't dodge anyone. They play every tough team around.
Gino Auriemma has put together a brilliant team.
They're dynamite. They got a game coming up with Louisiana Tech on ESPN.
O'Kelly hits them both. A 1-point game again. Nobody backing down.
This is where the stomachs of coaches begin to churn like you cannot believe. Man-to-man defense, not a zoning. A zoning, and rotate out of the man into the zone, a little matchup. Play a man in the area of the floor. Must communicate and cut through that zone, trying to overload against it.
Got it to Haywood. Sungaila, nice reach in for the steal.
Not a good pass by Curry. He floated down and telegraphed. He has a tendency to float his pass.
Yes, he does, and Sungaila is really quick inside. Wade can regain the lead. Long one by Dawson with the miss. Sungaila got it back to Dawson for the scoop. Nice play, Sungaila.
Sungaila can pass the basketball, Mike, and he has great awareness.
Forte pulls up for the 3. That would have been huge. And now Wake with the lead in the ball. 1:09 to go.
Last 2 possessions by North Carolina. Shot the ball too quickly, and the game was close.
And Dave Odom wants a 30-second timeout to map his strategy for what is now the last minute and 2 of this game. Dick, you mentioned something earlier. When you saw Wake Forest come into this building first this afternoon at the shoot-around, the confidence. You look at them right now, they've got that same look. It's, hey, we're playing a top 20 team on their court, all the tradition of North Carolina. Haven't won here in 5 years. But the look in their eyes says we can win.
Well, yeah, but anytime you've won 17 games in a row, beating the quality competition like a Virginia and a Kansas by a total of 54 points, you have to believe you're good, and you have to win these kind of games. These are the kind of games that really, really make you have a great year versus a very good year if you can win a game like this on a road.
And they have put up some tremendous numbers. 3rd in the nation in scoring margin, 4th in field goal percentage, 6th in field goal defense. Both of those categories, they're number 1 in the ACC. And points allowed only 57-2. Beginning tomorrow night at 11:30 Eastern on ESPN2, you can see College Hoops Tonight. Join our crew every Sunday night straight through Selection Sunday on March 12th. You'll get the latest news, the scores, and the highlights from around the world of college basketball. For more, ESPN.com, part of Go Network, Go.com. We have 1 minute and 2 seconds left here. Wake Forest with a 1-point lead and the ball. Haywood has had a sensational effort tonight. He came in with 4 points in his last 2 games. He's hit 8 out of 12 tonight from the floor. He shot well from the free throw line and has 22.
Well, he's been active. He's been playing in a very emotional way. There's no way that young man, when you look at his skills and ability and size, should be limited to 4 points in 2 games. Let's see what they do. Remember, they're an excellent free throw shooting team, the best in the ACC, Wake Forest.
Howard has played nearly the entire second half with 4 personals and played aggressively anyway. O'Kelly
made a lot of big shots.
Shoemaker checks the shot clock. There's 6 on the clock.
Sungaila is the guy they'd like to get a touch on.
And O'Kelly has it swiped. Forte with Shoemaker back. Shoemaker let him go. Carolina by 1.
Joseph Forte with the big play and a big conversion. Sungaila was open. He was the guy that wanted the basketball.
There is only a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. This could be the last possession. Great feed. Dawson got the roll on the pass from Sungaila, and now North Carolina can play for the last shot.
He is a great passer. He really has such an awareness to what is happening on the floor. Sungaila's as good as a big man I've seen passing the basketball this year.
Dick, he has it all. This guy he really understands the game of basketball, and a lot of Europeans who come here to go to high school maybe for 1 or 2 years and then play in college seem to be far more mature.
He learned how to play winning basketball, something that's missing right now in the NBA with a lot of young players. He has a great feel for open people. You can see he's been taught really well.
When Dawson may have just scared the Wake fans to death, after having that one spin around. This is a nice play by Forte.
Forte with the steal. The All-American goes in, gives him the lead, but they come back the other way. And Sangala's pass makes it happen for Wake. Now here it is with 14 ticks on the clock. You got plenty of time. You want to shoot the ball with about 5 seconds left, so you got a chance for an offensive rebound and a chance for a second opportunity. I got to believe it's going to be key to something happening inside to Brendan Hayward.
Well, I got to believe Forte is going to be the guy that takes the shot.
Yeah, Forte's going to want to take the shot, but maybe you set up a little two-man game with Forte and Hayward. They double up on Hayward. You got Forte on the same side with him.
How about this? Curry takes the last shot and makes it. Hayward's had the big night.
They'll take anybody with the last shot. I think the most dangerous guy on the floor when you take that shot in a situation like this is the offensive rebound. There's a tendency for teams to relax if the shot is missed and somebody steps in like a lamb and converts.
Curry with the ball. Forte. Shot clock is off. Capel goes baseline. Shoemaker blocked it from behind. Hayward!
Hayward with the score! Only a Washington City that has had a brilliant day!
Hayward has just matched his season high with 24 points. Shoemaker with a great block, but the loose ball goes to Hayward.
It's only ironic that he takes that shot, Mike, because he's been brilliant and has kept him in the game all night. Now there's Capel with the ball being blocked, but Hayward comes up with the loose ball, and he converts. He's been sensational. He's been the 3S man. Super scintillating, sensational tonight.
That was a great break for the Heels, and Matt Doherty knows he may have just dodged a bullet there. It bounced off the knee of a player right to Hayward.
And remember, the clock does not start until someone touches the ball.
Now they've got 3 seconds. Somebody's got to get a
Shoot
shot.
it! There we go! There we go!
And the Heels have done it. Knocked off number 4 as undefeated Wake Forest.
That's a great win in the coaching career of Matt Doherty on his floor. To gain respect and credibility from the Tar Heel fans, this game gives him that kind of statement.
And Dick, when you're a coach, sometimes you can't even enjoy it. All we could see on Matt Doherty's face was a sigh of relief that he had escaped here. Now it's setting in a little bit. 70-69, the final. Carolina earned this one.
Wow.
That's the final, 70-69, coming up next. Sports Center. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, for Dick Vitale.
Oh,
this
baby.
is Mike Patrick. Good night, everybody. Let's go and watch it.
Oh, baby.